Hey YouTube fans, people interwebs, it's me, Sam of SG1, coming at you for another Star Trek The Official Starships Collection review. This time we've got issue 69, the Breen Warship. Yeah. And as per usual, we get a nice glossy magazine with the ship itself. There we are, the camera's there. Ship itself, there we are. So, let's get cracking on with this then. We've got specifications. We've got operated by the Breen Confederacy, type warship, lost 24th century, length 330 metres, I think it's a bit longer than that actually. Top speed, high warp, what, 9.965 or something. Weaponry, energy dampeners and torpedoes, Captain Thought Gore. Yeah. And we got a really nice, I think that's a model shot maybe. Nice CG render, beautiful CG render of it there. The sort of top view down, really nice, really nice. Yeah. Breen Confederacy has the official government of the Breen species prior to 2375. They were reclusive and politically non-aligned, but then they allowed themselves to be annexed by the Dominion in return for control of several planets of the Cardassian Union. Breen warships are dangerous and powerful as they appeared. Each of the blade-like structures that sat on top of the T-shaped backbone features an intimidating weaponry, and on the front of them, and these warships were also exceptionally manoeuvrable, but the shields were not up to the standard of Starfleet ships. And then we get some images of the ship itself from various episodes, and then we've got the Penumbra, I think it is, and then we've got the unfortunately death of the Defiant there, which is not a good thing. The Breen, however, shortly after the Breen joined the Dominion War, they launched a daring raid on Earth. They thought they wrought widespread devastation on Starfleet headquarters before most of the Breen force was destroyed. So yeah, they attacked Starfleet Academy, and even General Martok said not even the Klingons, dared to do that. Not even the Borg got that far. So a Thought was the equivalent of a high-ranking military officer. Thought Gore oversaw the Breen forces as they joined the Dominion and orchestrated the daring attack on Earth and victory of the Second Battle of Chintoka. As a result, Gore became quickly much more important to the founder leader than Legate Damar of the Cardassian Union, being usurped as partly the reason why the Damar switched sides and fought against the Dominion. Then we got the topographical scan there, which is missing the top view, which is... I'd rather have sacrificed the front view, or the back view, and had the bottom view, the top view rather. What can you do? Breen were considered one of the most warlike of species. In the final hours of the Dominion War, the Breen would not surrender, insist standing alongside the Jem'Hadar on the front lines. Dr. Bashir revealed that the Breen have no blood. Meanwhile, the USS Voyager doctor told Kess pregnancy at a young age was common among Breen females. No blood. Interesting. When Worf and Ezri Dax were held prisoner aboard the Breen warship, they were fed on a diet of algae paste. They also underwent a painful interrogation process, which was a cortical implant used to probe their minds against their will. Worf claimed that no one had ever seen the underneath of a Breen helmet. This appeared to be contradiction to early encounter in which Major Kira at Gul Dukat knocked out 2 Breen guards, stole their uniforms, including their helmets. Yeah, but we never saw what they looked like on the screen either. Yes, one thing I will say about the Breen. Apparently, according to Tuvok, aboard when they encountered the Species 8472 bioship, Breen warships have organic components aboard the ship. Now we've got designing the Breen Warship. Now there's the same CG render as the one earlier on in the book, which you know about thing. Then we've got this bad boy there. That's pretty nasty. Then we've got this interesting design, which is obviously a next step towards this design. However, this design appeared in Star Trek Armada video game. The Breen were non-playable ships, but on certain levels, if you were the Borg, you could capture and assimilate them. Yeah, there we go. And then we've got more designs of it there, all beautifully drawn by John Eaves there. You can see it all taking shape. That's nasty looking, I like that one. That is really evil looking. And there we go, sort of the final design of it there, which is really cool. Then we got the top view there and back view there. Why couldn't this be the topographical view? Really cool though, I still like it. Doug Drexler did a lot of work on the computer model, suitably altering Eve's design as he went. Drexler paid particular attention to the surface detailing and added some important elements such as the gun on the front. Since they had finished work on the model, handed over to Digital Muse, who created the relevant visual effects sequences. Yeah, it's really cool. And then we've got Creating the Breen, which is obviously going into the history of the Breen on Star Trek. I mean, they were mentioned quite a few times in Next Generation. So excuse me. Throat's getting a bit dry there. Yeah, they mentioned a few times on Next Generation. I think early episodes of Deep Space Nine as well. And then we finally sort of see what they look like in Crossfire, I think the episode is. And then, of course, we see them properly later. And then we see one in the internment camp 371 in the Gamma Quadrant in the episode, not the Dice Cast, Improbable Cause and them two episodes. And then we see them properly in sort of Penumbra is the first episode we see the ship as well. Yeah, first appeared Penumbra. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And then Changing Face of Evil, in which the Defiant gets destroyed, which is a huge blow. I still get weepy when I see it. Anyway, the Breen prisoner camp has been... The Breen prisoner was held in internment camp 371 in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Episodes played Victory Shadow by Inferno's like that's the one. Was played by regular extra Kathy DeBono. Some have suggested that Breen was replaced by a founder in order to persuade them to join the Dominion. But there was no screen verification of this. DeBono also worked as a female stand-in and body double for Terry Farrell, Jared Dax. Also regularly played Dabo Girl Impella at Quark's picture below. She didn't have a speaking line until like the last episode, I think. There she is. Pretty cool. The CGI mesh for the studio model of the Breen Warship was later modified to represent the Quarren patrol vessels in the Star Trek Voyager episode Workforce. According to Star Trek Deep Space Nine, a companion by Terry J. Ederman, executive producer and showrunner Ira Stephen Bear, revealed that the Breen's distinctive scratchy voice was inspired by the guitar feedback on Lou Reed's album Metal Machine Music. As a post-production sound staff listened to it when creating the Breen crackling voices. Ooh, I didn't know that. That was cool. Let me get the bottom view on the back there. So that's the magazine done. On to the ship. And I have to say, this is one of the ships I've been waiting for a while. I love the Breen Warship. And there it is. Look at this bad boy. Look at it there. Look, I love the asymmetricalness to it. But I also like the thing with it, it's got symmetrical parts to it. So you've got these sections here with these wings here, which are symmetrical. Then you've got the asymmetrical parts. You've got the little bar there and the big bar across there, which is really cool. They do look like Transformer weapons stuck on the front there. They do a bit, which is pretty cool. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, I love the open section here. You can see it better there. So the open sections here. Just a weird and wonderful ship. It's just bizarre. And on the side view, again, it's just weird looking, but so distinctive, so weird. I like it. I think the colour scheme is a little off. I don't think it should be this light a green. I think it should be just a touch darker. There's no clear plastic parts on this one. But then, to be fair, you've got the impulse engines at the back there. I don't know if you're going to focus in. Are you going to focus in? They're quite small to put them in there. Did the Enterprise D have one? No. See, yeah, the Enterprise D didn't even have one. So yeah, so it's quite small. So I can understand they've just painted that in there. That's fine. And the deflector dish underneath here as well. It's such a small opening. I don't think they're going to put plastic in there. There's no bad thing because it doesn't detract anything from it. I think it's fantastic. I love the, apparently that's the bridge at the front there. But I always thought the bridge was back here or even back here. But apparently this is the living area where all the crew quarters and that are. Then you've got the engineering section, which is here. You've got, I think this is a cargo pod on the top there. But still, I think it's a really good design. The design, the actual detail in there is fucking phenomenal. Although I think the detail rendered in the plastic just shows up is just a little sharper. I think the detail in the metal parts, which are these sections here, this T-bar section is the metal bit. I think, let's have a look. Yeah, it's just a little bit sort of washed out in the mould, but you know, it's just a minor complaint. I'm not really bothered about that. It looks brilliant. It's going to look amazing next to my Jemadar battleship back over there. It's going to look cool. It really is. I'd like to see the Quarren version of this as well. Sort of the reorganized version of it. But yeah, pretty fucking cool. And of course you get the stand, and it comes with, it just says Breen Warship on the bottom there. So we connect it thusly. It just connects on these sections at the back there. So we connect it like so, and it stays on the stand. Just push it on a bit more. There we go. Stays on the stand fairly well, and it looks really cool from any angle. As you can tell, quite gushing about this one. Next one, we've got the Voth City ship coming. That's quite you know, the tongue twister. Yes, the Voth City ship is the next one. So yeah, that's me. That's Breen Warship, and I will catch you later. Bye for now.